Yo, yo, you right there. I got a message for you that you might want to hear, that you need to hear. Here it goes, y'all. Be aware of people that are actors. And what I mean by that is, be aware of how people show themselves to the world, but then behind closed doors, who they really are. And I have to speak on this message because I used to be this way. I used to hide this right here. I used to hide that I wanted to speak out. I used to be in my room speaking and talking to God and just speaking out. I used to hide that. But be aware of people that are actors. Because I used to act towards the world that I wasn't spiritual. I used to act towards the world that I didn't want to use my throat chakra and speak out against things. I used to be that way. I used to be that way too. Well, be aware of people that they show the world that they have it all figured out. That they're this type of person. That they're spiritually inclined. But behind closed doors, they're literally none of that. It's not for us to be judgmental. It's for us to be aware of the people that we are around, that is in our energy. Because if you have to understand, at some point in my life, I used to want everyone to see me as the person that's outgoing, the person that's gonna do anything, that's gonna help anyone at any cost. I am that person. I want everyone to see that person. But the person I did not want people to see was the spiritual person, the person that goes against the grain, the person that is a whistleblower for certain things. I didn't want the people to see me as that because I didn't want the people to come against me. But I understood that, hold on, I cannot keep this shadow up. I had to do shadow work. I had to understand, hold on. I want to be my real self. I'm no longer going to act like I'm not spiritual, like I'm not connected to God, like I don't speak with my ancestors, like I don't have my angels guiding me. I had to understand. I had to release. I had to show who I really was. But the whole point of me making this video was for me to understand there are people out there that are actors that only shows the world a certain person, that only shows the world what they want to see. But behind closed doors, they are not who they're showing the world to be. It took me growing to change how I showed up. Absolutely. It took me the same thing. I understood, like, when I would go home, I would close my door in my room and just start speaking out. Like, I was such in a rush to get things off my chest that was going on in the outer world. But I was scared to go live. I didn't want to do it. I just would talk to God, just talk to my ancestors, talk to my angels, just speak out. But then I realized, what am I hiding? What am I hiding for? This is who I truly am. I have to get this stuff off my chest. I have to speak on certain things that I want to speak on. But like I said, the whole point of me starting this live and speaking out is, of course, I'm going to save it. So whoever resonates with, they'll come across it. But also, just be aware of the people that show you only what they want you to see. We are not perfect. But we have to understand, like I have to understand within myself, I was only showing the world the good sides of me. Like being that person that always wants to help. Being that person that always wants to be there for their friend. Doing anything that anyone asks me to do. Knowing that I'm tired, but knowing that I don't want to go in and work a double, but I'll do it because I just want to help. But behind closed doors, I didn't want to help. I wanted to help myself. I want to go within. I want to go release the unknown. I want to be, tap into who I really was. I wasn't showing the world that I was spiritual, that I had a connection with God. That I was afraid to show my connection with God, with the divine, with the universe, with my angels. I was scared to show that side of me. But like I said, be aware of the people that are actors in your life. Because some is different. I was the type that was scared of my connection with God. That was scared of sharing my connection with God. That isn't so bad. No one's perfect. But be aware of people in your life that show you only what they want you to see. They show you that they have everything together. They show you that they're so spiritual. They show you that they know so much about the world. They know they're against the government, these things of that nature. But behind closed doors, they're not tapping into their spirituality. They're not going within. They don't care about the government. They actually depend on the government. Be aware of the actors in your life, because you have to understand that that energy will start to affect you. That's why you have to be aware, because that energy will start to tap into your energy. And you have to understand, energies are real. Vibrations are real. And I'm sending peace, love, and light to each and every last one of y'all. I love y'all, but you have to be aware of the actors in your life, because you have to understand that in order for you to grow. If you don't want to grow, don't be aware of your surroundings. Don't care. Don't understand that energies are real and that frequencies are real and that they can't affect you while you're asleep. They can't affect you by just being around in the same home with people. But if you do want to grow, you have to be aware of your surroundings, of people that's in your life, who is in the same household with you, what people say out their mouths, the words that they speak. You have to be aware. You must be aware of these things in order to grow. I love y'all. Peace.